What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the second Electric Wind podcast.
Sauce.
Joined by my best friend, Jet 3000.
What's up, guys?
And we will be covering art, movies, games, the things that we all love.
Random shit, sometimes.
Yeah? Yeah. So, you get anything new this week, Mr. 3000?
Did I get anything new? Man, I got a couple things. One thing, I got a Takara Masterpiece Grapple. That's hold on. Let me see if the camera can pick this guy up here. This guy. He's pretty awesome. I haven't really looked at him yet, but he is one of many other Transformers I have not opened up yet because I like to pace myself and put them up slowly. So.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, takes time to transform them. Fucking, I hate transforming them. Anyways.
Well, I picked up a couple of new things this week. I got the new Chun-Li figure from SH Figuarts.
Yes.
Got it right this week?
Yeah, you got it good.
There we go.
Oh, man.
Let's see if you guys can see here.
Alright.
Look at that. Comes with multiple heads for different expressions, multiple hands for multiple fighting pose fun.
Yeah.
And some cool visual effects for her lightning kicks.
Yeah, that looks good. These Storm collectibles are pretty good. I like them.
Oh yeah.
Are you gonna pose her in the lightning kicks?
Probably.
Yeah.
Or her KO pose. I'm not sure which one I like more.
You got some sonic booms you can add to the lightning kicks, man.
Oh, inspired by Street Fighter 2 Rainbow Edition.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys know what Street Fighter 2 Rainbow Edition is, but it's a broken ass Street Fighter 2. Gives you random powers, like sonic booms and fireballs that go super slow.
Going through the bottom of the stage by jumping continuously.
Yeah. Flash kicks going from one. Yeah, it's just, you gotta play it, you gotta see it to believe it. I think we got some clips of that. I'm not sure.
We did.
So hopefully we're gonna add that in later on. But
I mean, if you're not like too big of a fan of balance and stuff like that, but it's just too entertaining seeing undesigned things occur in a game, like two special moves right on top of each other playing out from one command.
That was fun.
Yeah,
it's had a good time playing it. So, what else did you get?
Got a Storm Collectibles Bruce Lee. Check him out. Check him out. It's right here.
Oh, man.
Come in a little closer so you guys can see him. He's not really that poseable. Matter of fact, he doesn't really pose at all. The only articulation point is his head, which can also be removed.
Yeah, it's a magnet. See?
Oh! Yeah, he's a great looking figure too. Comes with an alternate head too, with and without the goatee.
Will it focus?
Yeah, you can see him. Yeah, he looks great. Great sculpt, great poses, great figure.
So, out of all the Bruce Lee movies, what's your favorite Bruce Lee movie?
Chinese Connection?
Yeah?
Or Enter the Dragon? It's so tough. It's so tough to decide.
Yeah.
Maybe Enter the Dragon more because, so many iconic scenes, so many iconic movements and moments, What, blood?
Yeah.
Come on now. You gotta be.
We can take this boat?
Yeah, it's like the humor's done so well, but it's like Bruce never breaks character.
No, that was awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely talk about Bruce a little bit more, but when we talk about our favorite martial artists, but that'll be for another episode. So, we also have.
Oh, you know, just
What?
let you guys know, this is our second time recording this. We forgot the sound the first time, so.
Yeah, growing pains, growing pains.
Alright, what do we also have?
We also have, speaking of martial artists.
Wake the fuck up. Alright. Sorry.
We've also got Kickboxer 2 Retaliation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen the first one.
We saw the first trailer before, but this is a new trailer that came out, and it's got some new clips. So it has, who's it have in it?
The Mountain from Game of Thrones.
The Mountain from Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
It's got Mike Tyson, Raiden, or Highlander, you know, Christopher Lambert.
Yep.
Tarzan, also Greystoke.
And Jean-Claude himself.
Van Damme. Yep.
Yeah, he's back.
Yeah. And it looks good. Actually, I kind of want to watch it out of most of the trailers I've seen so far.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, man. I think, is he going to play the same character? Is he Frank? Was it Kickboxer? Was Frank Dukes, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. We'll see. I'm not expecting, a Titanic deep story or anything. I just want, some quality fighting scenes, and
Yeah.
definitely Mike Tyson's got experience, throwing punches. So I know his stuff will look clean at least.
Yeah.
But the Mountain, we haven't seen him really do too much besides, rip heads off of acolytes in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
So it'll be cool to see him doing something else. But yeah, looking forward to that one. Also, we have Fire and Ice, which isn't a martial arts movie. This is more of an old time movie from the early 80s.
Before we go on to Fire and Ice,
What's up?
I do want to check out, speaking of Jean-Claude Van Damme, his new series called Jean-Claude Van Johnson. You saw the trailer for that, where all this time he's been an actor, it's been a front, and he's actually a secret spy, like a secret agent. And I don't know, it's just, you get to see Jean-Claude in every type of scenario. A wizard, a spy, anything and whatever they think of. So it'd be kind of neat to see him do all that stuff. And it's basically a parody of himself, so.
Yeah, Jean-Claude's got a great sense of humor if he's going to be doing stuff like that,
And I'd like to see like a return of like maybe Bolo Young could be in the movie or in a series, something like that. A guest villain.
Mm-hmm.
Always have like the one, white eye,
Yeah, I'd definitely be down for that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, also, one of the old classics is called Fire and Ice.
Oh, that's right.
Some of you may remember it. It's the Frank Frazetta masterpiece that was made on a budget of about $1.2 million. And, as far as box office performance went, it only made about $760,000, but it's still a landmark piece in my mind, considering.
What is it? Like,
what is
those are the people, like, for those who haven't seen it before, can you describe, like,
Okay.
Is it animation?
Is
it
animation.
live action? Cooking show?
It's a combination of live action, but not quite in the way you would think. The motion capture was done with a technique called rotoscoping. And so basically it is where the animation cells are drawn over the actors after they are actually doing the motions. And so the animation looks super crisp, but it's kind of it kind of sticks out in a way. It's not annoying, but you can definitely tell there's something about it compared to what you would see nowadays as far as animation goes.
They use that same rotoscoping technique on He-Man. Like,
Oh,
the Masters of the Universe every time Tila would get up, it was like a real girl getting up and they would run. And it looked awesome. It looked really good.
Oh yeah.
Man, no, that's a badass movie. Not only does it look crisp, but you can pause any point of the movie and look at it, and it's like a perfect piece of art. The lines are minimal, but they show all the gestures, the colors, the emotion, it's all there. And such good angles too, with like minimal lines, minimal effort.
The way it captures the anatomy with the lines for the space.
Yeah, the artwork's really well done. It holds up to this day, and it's fascinating to look at. It's not that much speaking or dialogue in the movie, so it's mostly just grunts, musical score, the action that's going on, still intense, but and it's got a prehistoric Batman. He's
Dark
awesome.
Wolf.
The Dark Wolf or whatever he is, and he's cool.
Great character.
But
very cool visual designs.
Necron was this little wizard guy. You gotta watch it. It's from 1983. It's like an hour and a half long. It's animated. It's badass. Great artwork. And better than the shit you see nowadays.
Yeah, it'll definitely inspire you.
Yeah.
I couldn't take my eyes off Tigra.
Tigra's drawn so well. The curves, everything.
Oh yeah. Definitely help you with your artistic eye as well. So many good things coming out.
Yeah.
So we're gonna move on to games.
Games, man.
Yeah. I bet you've heard about Dragon Ball Z. By now it's everywhere. What was your experience like with the beta?
The beta was fun. I didn't know what I was doing for half the time. I figured out a few buttons, figured out a few moves, but didn't really see a match between two good people, so it would be interesting to see. We were going to a tournament, yesterday, Friday, but we kind of missed it. I got off work too late and it ended. It would have been nice to see like some good tournament play, but as far as my experience goes, it looks good. It looks great. They gave it a lot of detail and paid a lot of attention to like the actual characters and their interactions with each other straight from the anime. It looks awesome. It plays okay, I think. It plays like Marvel a little bit, but that's what people say. I haven't really felt that because I didn't know what I was doing. So I don't know. What did you think when you saw it? There's a lot of fucking fireballs.
There's a lot of fireballs. And
a lot of spamming of that.
Some of them are the size of the screen. Some of them are like 40 fireballs, and I think it definitely captured the essence of Marvel 2's chaotic atmosphere. It's like there's a lot going on, so you really have to pay attention, and it has a lot more depth than I thought it would have. The Dragon Ball Z universe really has not had great representation in the fighting game community outside of certain, I want to say they're cross-adventure games as well.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I gotta break in. I feel like I'm giving an oral report to the teacher about a book I had to read. It was, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, man, that game is pretty fucking crazy, I guess. I think what we're gonna do is get it and at least give it a shot, maybe play it for a little bit. It's gonna be definitely featured in Evo and stuff like that, so it's gonna be kind of neat to see what top players do with that game.
Mm-hmm.
You see like Guilty Gear, kind of same type of gameplay, I guess.
You're gonna see lots of it, so definitely head down to your local GameStop and pick it up, and let us know what you think down below, as far as what your impressions were.
And GameStop doesn't pay us. Shitty ass company. No, I'm just kidding. They're not paying us now. I'm just kidding.
Oh man. Other games in the news. Soul Calibur 6.
Okay.
By now, a lot of you probably seen the second trailer.
Oh man.
I'm particularly excited for this game.
So if you guys haven't seen it, at the end, Khalik, you know, the guy who uses the bow staff, he fucking turns into Wild Khalik, evil Wild Khalik. Okay,
Yeah.
I don't know what that's about. He gets what, Kali Yuga, which is his weapon, his
bow staff.
show him the way. He has bow
Yeah.
staff. His Kali Yuga becomes Soul Edge. You know, like become
Possessed or something.
I
I'm
don't
not quite
know.
sure what that is. We just watched the trailer, and of course Namco always does a great job with the motion capture, with the sound effects. The voice acting's amazing. The effects look amazing. It almost seems like they hop over what they do in the Tekken series as far as like presentation. I like that.
Well, how about like, where do you think it's set in? Definitely before. Who wins? It was Nightmare, right?
Yeah, Nightmare was the actual winner,
Right.
but if this game is going to be set,
Because there's still Nightmare in this
because
game.
in Soul Calibur 5, like, Sophia is gone. She was like the mother to Alpha Patroclus and his sister, and so, of course, they took her out of the game.
Yeah.
But I want to say it takes place after Soul 2, don't quote me on that. That's the way it just looks to me so far, because it's got like a younger Mitsurugi, right?
So let's go over the new characters then. So we got Grow, right?
Grow.
Grow.
Yeah, that's how that's.
I think that name will have to grow on me. So.
Very visually interesting. You know, he's got the double-bladed. If you were gonna do Star Wars,
do you remember Goltar? Do you remember Goltar from the '80s, the cartoon? It was like a He-Man type of barbarian knockoff or competitor. It was a Hanna-Barbera hero.
Mm-hmm.
His name was Goltar, and he had like the double swords he would put together. Goltar.
No, I missed that one. Man.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's pretty good.
That's what you thought of when you saw the design.
Yeah.
Goltar. Yeah. Check it out. It's for Soul Calibur 6.
Grow. So yeah, I don't know. He looks cool, I guess.
Yeah, he looks
What
good.
kind of style is it? Just whatever. I have like a cool sword style.
Yeah, where he just takes his swords apart and he puts them back together.
Almost reminds me of like Cervantes, where it's like anything kind of goes. You know?
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing the reveal of Maxi because I prefer that character's playstyle.
Mm.
But I would like to see Huang come back, Cervantes come back. But of course, Namco, they're not going to reveal the whole roster.
Yeah.
But just enough to get you hyped up and excited about the game.
Pretty sure Ivy will be back.
Mm-hmm. I would like to see more of a Soul Calibur 2 kind of game engine. Yeah.
Lizard Man back.
Yeah.
That's right.
Bring him back. Bring back Taki. We want to see those people with updated movesets, with cancels, and a little less catering to casual players. Make those people learn how to play the game.
I played a lot of Soul Calibur tournaments around Florida. It was fun. Soul Calibur 1 and Soul Calibur 2.
Mm-hmm.
All over the arcade scene, in Dreamcast.
Online. Even the
yeah.
re-release was still excellent after all these years. It holds up. Yeah, Soul Calibur 2. Definitely the gold standard for Soul Calibur games, so it's got a lot to live up to.
I hope the customization gets better and better because Soul Calibur, was it 5 that we were just on?
Mm-hmm.
I like their customs a lot. You could layer pieces together and make something new out of two different things. And I got to make a lot of like different little creations. Unfortunately, somebody erased my entire PS whatever 3. I lost everything. Lost Skyrim. Did I bitch about this last time? I don't remember, but I feel like I've complained about this a lot. I lost all my Skyrim data. I lost all my Soul Calibur 5, customs. We had like storylines going on too.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
It was so
Like,
deep, that
boss.
customization.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boss Thesaurus. Oh! I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know. It
remember
was
that?
so good. It was so good.
Old version, young version, you know.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hopefully it's at least that good.
yeah.
I would definitely like to see that mode come back too. Oh man. So yeah, get ready for that. Big challenge for Namco. Soul Calibur 2 at least is good.
So what do you think about the new backdrop? Like we're sitting on a couch right now. Should we go back to the other thing? Like the displays?
Let us know what you think.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah. We're still in the testing mode.
Yeah.
So,
Like, the highway is very close to me, so you hear the cars?
yeah.
Yeah, so anyways. What else?
Also,
Talk about
things
Destiny?
about Destiny.
We played Destiny 2.
Man. Destiny.
So I never played Destiny 1. I never played that. I've always seen pictures of it or people post, screenshots. However, Destiny 2 came out, and I knew that Jose Judo played Destiny 1 and told me wait for Destiny 2. So now I play Destiny 2.
And I should have let him go ahead and play Destiny 1 when he asked about it. Oh god.
Well,
Oh, the thing is, this is kind of hard to say.
I'm
but
curious to play Destiny 1 though.
Destiny had so much potential, right? It's kind of like, that person you meet that has such amazing abilities, right? But they never show them off to a larger audience. They just show you the magic. And
Yeah.
this is hard to say, but Destiny 2 took so many steps back from the things that made the original Destiny a great game. Don't get me wrong, Destiny 1 had its, problems, its ups and downs too, but by the end of the 3 years, the game was actually quite good. And so, of course, you're like, oh man, I'm so ready for the sequel. Let's get hyped up. It's going to be great. It's going to have more of what we love, because, this is just my assumption. When a game developer makes a game, they're supposed to take all the things from the first game and then build upon them for the second game as part of, I guess, the original game design process for the sequel. But what Bungie actually did was they went in reverse. They basically went back to vanilla Destiny 1 with Destiny 2.
Well, let me ask you this: what was more fun, or was it about the same? Take out all the technical things, everything like that. Just when you play it,
More fun.
what do you think?
I felt
Yeah.
the first one was more fun in the fact that I felt more like a super powered guardian. In Destiny 2, I feel more like an upgraded bioweapon than a light wielding guardian. And I know why they made a lot of the changes, but
So your characters in Destiny 2 feel weaker than they do in Destiny 1.
exactly. They feel weaker, they feel like their abilities recharge slower. There's a lot of things I wish I could bring back from Destiny 1, but in and of itself, everyone knows that Destiny was the superior game, but of course it had 3 years behind it. So at the same time, it's kind of like double-edged, right?
Yeah.
Because obviously Destiny 2 is supposed to be a continuation from all the development learned from Destiny 1, but it's a step back. And so what's happening now is the developers trying to get back to the original standards set from Destiny 1, but at the same time it's still a losing situation because it's like, okay, so you've given me Destiny 1 back. Where's the progression from there, right? I should be talking about...
Why is this 2?
Yeah, why is this 2? If I want Destiny 1 back, you just really thought about it, I'll just pop in Destiny 1, right? And so it's kind of like...
Well, they took out too much, now they're trying to make up for it, and they're only just...
Well, of course,
themselves out.
you Destiny fans have seen the development and, the latest posts from Week at Bungie, but, It's basically just catch up what they're doing now. They're basically trying to give you the good stuff that you had from Destiny 1 as far as like quality of life, because things, that stick out to me like, if you play Destiny 1, certain gear that you had raid perks on it or perks on it that were good, that helped you in specific situations. I don't recall anybody ever saying, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we had raid weapons, but no raid perks on them that help us out here. Let's have something cool like that where they take off the things that help you.
Yeah.
Or other things like, you know what? I don't want to be able to select my game mode I play. I just want to go into a random pipeline and somebody just give me a mode to play because I can't be bothered to think of what I want to play.
Did you say game mode?
Yeah, it is pretty, it is pretty gay. But it's stuff like that where it's like in this day and age, in my mind, it's unacceptable, right? It's unacceptable. I should be able to pick what mode I play and how I want to play it. If I don't want to play 4v4, I should be able to pick, everyone against everyone or 6v6.
Yeah, I'm surprised they don't have that, and they don't have the vehicles yet.
No vehicles.
Yeah.
No combined arms.
It's weird. I can't even imagine Destiny with vehicles because I have nothing compared to Destiny 2. I've only with.
Well,
I've only
just
played
imagine
Destiny 2.
like a Street Fighter game, right? Street Fighter, Ryu and Ken, right? Certain things that are core to the game's character. And in this one, Ryu doesn't know how to throw a dragon punch, or Akuma doesn't know how to throw a fireball, right?
Yeah.
That's what they did with Destiny. It's like, why would you give us all these great things and then just strip the guts out?
I want Ryu to throw a dragon punch and go Hadouken, 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 Hadouken at the same time.
And you can.
Oh man, that
Street Fighter Rainbow.
Street Fighter Rainbow. Did we talk about that yet already, or was that like the second or third time?
Yeah.
Man, some of these moves.
Yeah, it's just things like that where it's like Bungie is already talking about Destiny 3, right? And if you're a Destiny fan at all, or an old Halo fan, you would appreciate the fact if they made Destiny 2 right. It's kind of like saying, oh, this turkey we got out of the oven, oh, it's burnt and it's bad and stuff, but hey, we're going to do it again in a few weeks. It's like, well, you're putting out this type of work now. Why would I look forward to your next work?
Mm-hmm.
What's compelled? Why don't you fix this? Or tell us at least what's wrong with it. And that's another thing about Bungie. They don't really communicate that well. They're getting better now, thanks to Christopher Barrett. He's the game director now, and he's the leader of the live team. And he's doing his best,
What's the live team?
Well, basically there's 2 teams in Bungie now.
Oh, okay.
And so one team, is going to be addressing the current game that we have, and then there's another part of the studio that's going to go off and design Destiny 3.
I see.
A lot of people kind of feel like everybody should join hands and fix Destiny 2 now, but of course Bungie doesn't seem to think so. So they basically put the whole game in the hands of a smaller team, and so that basically means a smaller team. It's going to take more development time.
So let me ask you this then. Out of 10 stars, 10 being perfect game or the best game or fun, most fun, what was Destiny 1?
Get an 8.5.
8.5 out of 10.
8.5.
You loved it so much, right? It's like, oh man, like you haven't played a shooter like that.
There isn't a shooter like Destiny. The
Okay.
gunplay feels like nothing else.
Okay.
Now, Destiny 1 had its issues, of course, with certain cheap tactics, but I don't know if you guys played Super Mario Kart, right? Certain things that are cheap also still add to the fun factor, like a red turtle shell, right? Yeah,
Right.
it knocks you off a little bit when you're ahead of the guy, but if you took the red turtle shell out of Super Mario Kart, the game would be less fun, right? Yeah, it would be more balanced, but balance doesn't always equal fun.
So what's your score for Destiny 2 out of 10?
Gotta give it a 6. And that's mostly because of the gunplay
because
system.
I'm not that good. And we lose a lot. No, okay, we're pretty good. Pretty good.
Oh, yeah. We'll see you with the Crucible. I mean, we can still shoot people, but...
Slice and dice time.
Yeah.
Hopefully Bungie gets their act together. I mean, they said they're going to have the game Electric Wind Clan. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Join up now. They're gonna have the game in a good place by September, but we'll see if the audience hangs around. That's a long time to wait for them to fix the game. When Dragon Ball Z is out now.
Fuck Dragon Ball Z.
You
I
know.
still enjoy playing it. I like the team effort. So I like running around with a sword and killing people.
Yeah.
Don't take that out of context right there. Like, in the game. Right?
Okay. So we also wanted to talk to you all about arcades.
Arcades? What the fuck are arcades?
That's right. You may not know what an arcade is.
Is it the place where you like get the tickets? Right? And you trade them in for like 3,000 tickets, you get a piece of gum?
Close.
Yeah, they're there. Remember, we passed by them.
Yeah.
Still there.
This is kind of like another tender subject because in the good old days, I want to say in the early 90s, an arcade was a place where you could go to...
In the 80s too.
Yeah, late 80s too.
All through the 80s.
Yeah. Wasn't as prominent as was in the early 90s though.
Yeah.
Thanks to games like Street Fighter 2. But there were a lot of places where you could go to test your skill and competitive spirit against other people who, you might not have met if you hadn't went to an arcade. Because it also not only provided a place for you to challenge yourself, but it was also a place for you to, practice your basic social skills.
Before like Street Fighter and fighting games, your basic arcade game was either a team-based co-op game, and it wasn't ever really a head-to-head type thing. Most of the time you guys are teaming up against something like Double Dragon, Bad Dudes, and all that stuff. Or it's a shooter game or some sort, but we never really did a head-to-head games back then for some reason.
We had Karate Champ.
Karate Champ, that was actually kind of like one of the first fighting games, especially an arcade fighting game. But yeah, besides that, there were like all sorts of random games in the arcades all the time. Harpooning the Shark game. That was like in every arcade. There's that one game where you're a scuba diver and you throw shit ton of harpoons at sharks. It was fun. I played it.
Yeah.
But a lot of good arcade games though back then.
Oh yeah, there was great ones. Mortal
Super
Kombat.
Mario. I'm talking about even before fighting.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Most of my favorite memories were from the fighters.
Definitely.
Some of my favorites were, Double Dragon, of course, but Street Fighter 2, Mortal Kombat, Killer Instinct. You could go on and on.
Do you
and
have
on. Tekken.
Do you have a great arcade memory you can share?
I guess my favorite arcade memory would be back in Texas when I won my first Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 tournament with Human Smoke. I was hooked on them after that. When you beat like your younger brother at home on a game system, you know all his tricks and stuff like that, but there's something special when you go into an arcade where the other guy's trying his hardest because he doesn't want to spend money. You don't want to spend any more money, so you're going to determine who's the best by the skills that you possess, and so, oh man, I'll never forget that. I got that trophy. Oh man, so good.
Yeah. Who'd you play against in the final match, do you remember?
A Night Wolf player.
Night Wolf?
Night Wolf, yeah. Pretty good.
He shot you with some green ooze arrows.
Yeah, little glowing hatchet.
Yeah. Mine would be one that I can remember fondly is University Mall, Tampa, back in early 90s. Mortal Kombat 2 was out and Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo was out, and they were out around the same time. So it was probably like 93, probably around that era. And I was too short to really like see you walk into the arcade and you see Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo on one side, and on the right side you see Mortal Kombat 2, and it's like, holy shit. You got a whole crowd on one and a whole crowd on another, and you put your quarter up, but I'm so short that I couldn't see, like, you know, past everyone's shoulders and heads, whatever. But the thing about that arcade is that it had mirrors on the ceiling, so I could look up and see the reflection of what's going on and saw both screens battling. And I remember thinking to myself, like, man, it doesn't get any better than this, you know. Like the feeling of the competition. Like, I knew when I was going to get up there, I was going to wipe the floor with everybody. And I'm not going to wait in line. And usually I did, you know, like really, like around most of the malls and everything like that. Like, there were some really good rivals back then too, but,
Yeah, it's of course different nowadays with everything being online and emulated and all this other stuff. But you made some great friends, from those battles. It was like, you were tested, but you had respect for the guy, because he made you pull out your best stuff.
Now I know so did we want to talk about, like, arcades in general, or did we have a specific, because I know we can get into, like, a lot of topics with that, and we're going to accidentally just blend it in. We're going to the golden age, and I don't want to, like, touch upon that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, actually, we're going to talk about the decline of arcades. We kind of touched about some of the things that have contributed to the decline of arcades.
It's almost extinct.
Yeah. We stay in good old Florida, and some of our old stomping grounds are no longer there.
Yeah.
And the ones that are there, they're still holding on for dear life, but they're definitely on life support. Shout out to Tampa Lanes.
Yep, Tampa Lanes, man. This is a bowling alley. Alright, it's a 50-lane bowling alley in Dale Mare, Tampa, Florida. And it's got two giant arcade rooms, I guess, one on each side. And this place has been open for at least the past 30 years. I've been going for the past at least 25 years. Even before fighting games, when we played Saturday Night Main Event, which was this wrestling game with these big-ass buttons. Matt Mania, another wrestling game. I liked a lot of wrestling games back then.
No, they were good.
Pro wrestling, man.
They were good, man.
Remember Nintendo? Oh, pro wrestling was so good. Starman.
Yeah.
But, so Tampa Lanes, this arcade actually, not only did it have awesome games and it was huge, but they had a lot of fighting games. I played Bloodstorm, which is Time Killer's, it's such a rare, obscure game, Time Killer's sequel. My first King of Fighters, 94, 95, played there. They had, 2 Marvel vs. Capcom 2s, 3 of them, X-Men vs. Street Fighter. I did my first Ultra on Killer Instinct there, all throughout the years.
Good memories.
And in its heyday, like in its peak, I think, was when they had DDR in the mix. I'd say back in 2000 to 2004. Or 2005, around when Tekken 5 started coming out as well. But we played a lot of Tekken Tag there, a lot of X-Men vs. Street Fighter. Like, every weekend it would be packed. Like, we would look forward to go there. Like, come on, let's play some... Yeah, I played DDR for a little bit, so what, right? Good for cardio.
You have video proof.
Yeah. I'll play it again, too. But yeah, Tampa Lanes was great. So, we recently went there. And we actually took the Electric Wind Street Team, which consists of the two of us, and we actually took some footage that we'll probably cut into this video somehow. Hopefully the sound quality is great and all that stuff, but let me tell you, man, like, I take that place for granted because I do want to go, but each time, sometimes when I suggest to go or we do want to go, it's like, let's not go to Tampa Lanes. We've been there before so many times. But it's not going to be there forever. Talking about the decline.
It's not.
This is the first time where I really felt like, damn, I think it could be like any time now, because they got rid of one of the X-Men machines, so it's only one X-Men versus Street Fighter there. They moved some cabinets around from like sections to another. They're broken. Some of the sides are, they're two Initial D machines. Which one side is all fighting games mostly. The other side, the other arcade, is all like shooters and racers. By the way, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And when you leave the machines in poor form or not actually care for them, they can't earn you money, and that's really sad, You want an arcade to actually thrive and grow and stuff, but it's also part of the contribution of this day and age, with everything being online or console or PC. It's like, most people, they're just like, why should I actually go out? Why would I actually want to see other people?
Well, like fighting games came in right at the perfect time, because around 1990 to 1995, online and stuff like that was not even available yet. Like, it was available, but there are no like fighting games. No, there are PC games, shooters sometimes, yeah, but but it was really early on, and I think like, if you think about it, no other type of genre of arcade game gathered so much interest in, could spawn movies. Street Fighter with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Like, there's so many crowds around every fighting game that they drew in the tokens. They drew in all the tokens. And it left every other game in the arcade look like a graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
So, when you walk into an arcade and you see, like, everyone's playing this is the most popular game, oh, let's try it out. Oh, but you don't play that often, you get your ass kicked. You're not going to play it again. And then all the other games just seem like, well, the other games kind of look shitty. Oh, there's that one game with the harpoon. I can harpoon that shark. So I really feel like fighting games kind of had a major cause and effect in why arcades shut down as well. Because it made a lot of money just for those cabinets, but the other games made nothing. It made the other games kind of like not as good because they're not as engaging. You're not testing skill.
Nope.
I guess you kind of are. Tubin was fun. If you don't know what Tubin was, it's a 2-player game. You're sitting on a bubble, like a tube raft.
Right.
And you're going down river, and you have 4 buttons, and each button is to flap your left arm, right arm, or your left foot or right foot, and you just gotta steer yourself. You remember that game?
Oh god, no.
Tubin?
No, I was probably looking at Street Fighter.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, those types of games, they probably would have done a little to help the arcade scene out, but there was just something about the adrenaline you got from defeating your human opponent.
Yeah.
And of course, there was lots of clones of, Street Fighter and stuff like that, but with the rise of technology, I believe that's probably what took down arcades.
Definitely. That and like different arcades too, not just across America, all the malls. Man, every mall used to have an arcade.
Mm-hmm.
Always would have a Tekken in there or something,
Or Street Fighter.
What's sad is like, I visit Hong Kong quite often and throughout the years. And back in 97, 2000, 2003, arcades everywhere, every corner. And then 2009, 10, they were still there, but they started, closing down a lot. Some of the bigger ones. But they still had some nice ones left. And now recently...
Yeah, we're recording.
Oh shit. Dun, dun, dun. Welcome back to the stage of history.
Your host from Electric Wind.
The Electric Wind presents Tampa Lanes.
This is some classic battleground stages.
Smell of smoke.
What's going on?
No, I mean don't take.
Sorry. Ooh. Damn, pretty good. I'm following Mr. 3K. We're gonna go to our famous stomping grounds.
One of the last arcades.
Yeah, I know. Pretty good. Hey, how you doing? You having a good time?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear.
Some people playing DDR.
Yeah.
We got X-Men vs Street Fighter here. Oh my god, they changed it. Holy shit.
Yeah. Classic games.
They've put some video games in the other arcades. X-Men vs Street Fighter's getting here. Small arcade. Soul Calibur 3 arcade machine.
Oh, nice.
Street Fighter 2, old school Street Fighter 2. There's a Gauntlet Dark Legacy. Old Neo Geo cabinet where they have 4 games. Real Battlefield Fury 2, King of Fighters 99, Metal Slug 4.
Cool stuff.
Still have Tekken 5 from 15 years ago. Hold on, I think I have my card.
Oh my god, if Jet 3000 still has his card.
No, I think I donated to TFP.
Is this 5.0?
I don't even
it's
know.
broken. It's stuck in the
they have
selected thing.
DDR machines, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, two of those.
Yep.
Yeah, there's also another arcade on the other side of the bowling alley. This used to be packed.
Back in the old days.
There used to be 50 people in here, everybody on an arcade, on a fighting game, playing something.
Yeah, good stuff.
20, 30 years of being here, actually.
What games did you play?
What's that?
What games did you play?
Oh, man, we got this one right here.
Oh, classic. X-Men vs Street Fighter.
Well, let's head on out and show the other arcade as well. It's mostly full of shooters and racers.
Okay. Cool, let's check it out.
Alright, let's go.
Dang. Get it! Get it! Get it! Pretty good. Tampa Lanes as far as the eye can see. More classic games.
Another Dark Legacy Gauntlet game. WrestleFest, WWF. This thing's from like 1980 something. Oh no, it's probably 91. I would say 91. Lethal Enforcers. You guys ever play that? I had this for the Super Nintendo. My own pink gun.
Oh shit! Lethal Enforcers.
Oh, this is sad, huh?
Oh man. X-Men vs Street Fighter.
They got rid of one of the X-Men vs Street Fighters. Let's see if we can keep that.
Yeah, see if we can grab that. Alright, we're gonna keep going and check out the other arcade area. Let's give you a nice wide shot of the actual bowling alley. Tampa Lanes, good stuff. Millions of happy people. Well, more like dozens of happy people.
Yeah, you'd have to ask the
Yeah, okay.
Or to grab something across the desk when she does that, like she's done for years.
So,
Knock over a stapler
Always
and
had
like
these little slot machines bar.
yeah, you can get like food, snacks.
That bowling game's been here for the past 30 years. Seriously. Alright, so let's edit that walk out. No, I'm just kidding. So this is the other arcade room where it's got all the shooters and racers. As you can see, it's dead on a Friday night here. Sad, but no one in this arcade on this side when I was about 13, 14.
Wow.
And taking tag. Just
Stuck on the booting up screen.
Tampa Lanes is not a ghost yet, but it's
dying.
Its environment, its population is dying. So play as much as we can while it's still here, you know? Like I know I always say like, hey, let's go Tampa Lanes. Let's just go next time, but you know,
One of these times there's not going to be a next time.
Yeah, there's down to only one X-Men Street Fighter. That's sad. You know? I remember playing this in 1998. This was the shit. Grandmaster. Adam.
Yep. Midnight the Dune. Big Buck Hunter Pro.
Yeah, we get this often as well too.
Asteroids.
Yeah.
Still working.
Still cost a fucking quarter. Alright, that's it.
Alright.
I think I'm gonna kick your ass in some X-Men Street Fighter.
Alright. Signing off. Ooh.
And now recently, when I last went, you could hardly find any. You know, and it's because, I don't know, you know, online, of course.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the cost of rent to get a place. You know, who's gonna throw tokens at it anyways?
Yeah, you get a brand new machine. Some of them are $15,000-$20,000. You got to set the price on it for approximately 50 or 75 cents, right?
Yeah.
Most people are like, why? Why would I pay 75 cents to play a brand new game? You know?
Shit, they have Dave & Buster's now, and people are paying like $1 or $2 to play stupid apps on a bigger scale. But hey, yeah, what's our time right now? What do you think? Should we go to...
Questions from the readers?
Yeah.
Great. Let's do it.
Alright.
Always interested to hear from you guys. Comments, concerns, praises.
Let's see, what do we have here? But yeah.
Yeah. If you're in the Tampa area, check out Tampa Lanes, you know. They still have great bowling lanes and everything. Food.
Yeah, it's not gonna be there long.
Yeah, it's like a part of history for this town.
Hopefully we can show that video. It's probably like a few minutes. I know we try to like narrate, so like if you're just listening you can still know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here's one from Mr. James R. If you had your say and could get any company to make any figure in any scale, regardless of the demand, what would it be? Any company can make any figure you want. Doesn't matter how big it is.
I would like Hot Toys, because all their figures are amazing, to do a Cade 6 from Destiny. Probably my favorite character from that game series, and with Hot Toys expertise, I know it would be an amazing figure, down to the most minute details on his exotic guns and everything. I'd like to see that happen.
Like,
Give up the license, McFarlane Toys. You've had it for too long.
How about like with the Nathan Fillion voice chip?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be the icing on the cake.
Yeah. So, let's see. For me, I would love a great version of Nemesis Enforcer. And
From G.I. Joe.
From G.I. Joe, the movie. He's part of Cobra La 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 La. But yeah, that'd be awesome. I don't know, even like a Bowen statue of Nemesis Enforcer. He was just a great character, man. Like,
yeah.
Nothing hurt him.
Yet.
His wings, he just like, block the force field or whatever, block any lasers.
Yep.
He didn't talk, he just went
Yeah, didn't make.
Nemesis Enforcer.
Yeah.
Fetch Cobra Commander. Yeah, Nemesis Enforcer. Maybe like a Hot Toys would be cool, or I don't know, build a figure, but I want a nice one. That'd be cool. Even a 3-pack with Globulus and a Cobra Law Soldier.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want Python in there?
Oh, I do. A Pythona statue would be awesome.
Yeah.
I used to have the hots for Pythona. Thought she was hot, man.
Yeah.
Her,
Her bald head.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
nothing
she's
wrong with
good.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff, man.
But alright, so yeah, so you would like a Hot Toys Cade 6. I'd say anything good in Nemesis Enforcer would be fine. I actually have a custom one, but it's okay. Alright. Let's see. This is from Spiros. William, if you lost your hair in an unfortunate accident, a la Lex Luthor, would you wear a wig or grow out a bitching long beard like Jaime from Kill Bill? I think I would do both. I would get a wig and grow out my beard. I recently was able to grow one out for the first time, and I turned evil for a month.
Yeah.
So I'll definitely grow that out. And if I lost my hair, yeah, I think a wig. I think a funny wig like the Incredible Hulk, Lou Ferrigno wig.
Oh man, that's pretty good.
I think let's see. You had a purple wig, didn't you? Like
Oh,
over
I
the
did.
holidays.
You know, the long hair works for Jet 3000. I thought I'd try it out.
All right, we have another question from Mr. Spiros. Okay, you want to ask this one? I'm gonna drink, man.
What is the best, funniest memory you two have of each other? That's a good question. One of my best memories of Jet 3000, we were trying to get into a restaurant, and further down the line we'll talk more about like philosophy and beliefs and stuff, but just briefly touch for this question. We wanted to get into this restaurant, right? But we did not have a reservation. And so Jet decided that he was going to make it happen for us.
Yeah.
And of course, there was this super long wait to get in and everything, but Jet 3000 decided he was going to make it happen. So he did that by going into the restaurant and saying, "Hey, I have a reservation for Jet 3000." And
I told him I called it in,
yeah.
and of course I didn't. But I figured, hey, why not try it? Customer's always right. So I told him, yeah, I got a reservation for. I checked the time for 7:30 or whatever, just to say. And they said, no, I don't have you on the list. And so I told the lady, I'm like, that's weird, because I just called and talked to somebody. And so what happened? She told me to wait, and she talked to somebody. I don't know. She did something for like a minute, and then she turned back to me and she said, "Oh yeah, we have it. Thank you." I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
It's a fast table.
Yeah, rather than have drama or scene with a customer, they gave in, and it just shows, if you believe more than them, your reality wins. We'll talk more about that
really
stuff. A lot of times, it really is.
Using the force.
Yep.
No.
These are the customers you're waiting for. And yeah, we got it.
Yeah, it was pretty funny though. It was after what? I think it was some kind of comic convention. I think MegaCon.
Yeah.
I think it was at Chili's or something like that.
Yeah, that's right. It was at a Chili's.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool moment.
Oh man. So let's see. Funniest moment or whatever. So many, dude. So I did have one picked out, and I'm thinking about another one. Oh man, I don't know how personal we should get. Oh wait, no, I can't go there. Ooh,
No,
sorry,
no.
PTSD. Ooh.
Alright.
Okay,
Okay.
so in our early friendships, early stages of our friendship, this is, like first year of hanging out. We've been friends 20 years now, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's this really cute girl. Was her name Arius?
Oh, yeah.
Arius, she was working at this place in the mall in a little kiosk. And we were doing some Mission Impossible shit. I'm like behind this like pillar, like, alright, yeah, I think she's working there, whatever, right? Then what, we had cell phones back then? Yeah, we had cell phones
back then.
Right. So anyways, he gets the guts to go talk to her and, whatever. And I told him, you know what, I'm going to go to the store. It used to be the music store. Before it was called FYE, but before that it was called something else. I can't remember.
Shit. Sam Goody?
No, it wasn't Sam Goody. But anyways, it was a store like that. But it was
I
that
forget the
FYE
name of
store.
it.
Anyhow, so I was sitting there, and so I guess I'm not sure what happened. I'm not sure what he said or whatever. But and remember, I haven't really known you too well yet, right? We just hung out. What do you think? Our first
Probably no more than 5 times that we hung out.
couple months,
Yeah.
around there, right? And this guy comes in, and his eyes just like super excited. Yeah, like I remember just this smile, like holy shit, you won $1 million. And I'm like, so I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Street Fighter character named Dan, but he's kind of like the joke parody character with the ponytail that signs autographs and goes, Yahoo! So he comes into this store, and I turn around, and he's got like this huge smile, and he's like, Yahoo! And he jumps up in the store, and I just look around, and I'm like, who is this? I don't know you.
So he runs away.
I literally walk fast, like walking away. I'm like, that's great.
Yeah, I don't know you.
What happened, dude? I guess you got the number. But yeah, it was pretty funny. He did a
That was
Dan.
pretty
He did a Dan jump, and fist in the air, Yahoo, in the middle of just everybody. He didn't care.
Yeah, still don't. But
No.
it was pretty funny at the time. That was like one of my first victories in the game.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, the girl that you've had a big crush on for a while, and you're like, yes,
Isn't that funny? Like,
finally got her number.
like, why was it so hard back then to approach her?
It's one of the mistakes a lot of guys makes is they put women on pedestals.
Pedestals.
Yeah, they put them on all of them. But that's just all it was, and so it was like, I've entered the realm of goddesses, and I finally got one to notice me. So of course I was super stoked.
You enter nothing. So real quick then, favorite martial arts movie?
Into the dragon.
No retreat, no surrender. Come on. We should review that movie sometime. If you guys have ever seen No Retreat, No Surrender, you guys are missing out.
Oh yeah. We're big fans of those movies that don't take themselves too seriously. Especially Jean-Claude Van Damme, early anything, always entertaining. But yeah, man, is that it for the questions?
That's it for the questions. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, keep those questions coming in.
Want to tell them about what's going on though? Like anything been working on as far as podcast wise, anything like that?
You
Just
go ahead and
kidding.
share first.
Okay. All right. Good night. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, we are working on getting some more content up. Trying a different mic as well, different setup. Definitely gonna go into the editing process and learn more about that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how this sounds. I think it might sound like crap. Not sure yet, we'll see.
We're
All
still
this
working
moving
out the
around.
bugs.
Yeah, I mean,
Ironing out the wrinkles.
yeah, we'll have stuff up. I don't know. But yeah.
Yep. All to make a better production for you.
So this is episode 2, right? That's it?
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Good stuff. Well, anything you'd like to add before we go? Any shout-outs to anyone?
Shout-outs to thefightersgeneration.com, TFG, our best bud Frankie. He is getting ready for marriage preparations.
Yeah.
So that'll be
Exciting
fun.
times.
Yeah, we're going to be heading to New York soon and throw one badass bachelor party. Just kidding. I have some good ideas, but it won't happen, I don't think.
Yeah, we're not going to spoil them here.
Yeah, I can't do that. But let's see, shout-outs to that. Let's see, shout-outs to Cybertron Cafe. I like going there. It was my first home of going into Transformers groups and finding out about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Shattered Cast Uncut. Podcast I listen to. You know. Let's see.
Looking forward to working with those guys.
Yeah, it'd be fun. You know,
Yeah.
Blackout and Shout, them too. You know, we have lots of a lot of good friends, a lot of good people all around. Definitely like to see what happens. So, what about you? Any shout outs? Anything you wanna?
Oh yeah. Shout outs to all of you for your support, your critiques, your praises, your complaints. All welcome. Everything helps us get better.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tampa Lanes for providing my training grounds for so many not only epic fighting game moments, but setting the foundation for a lot of the amazing friendships that I've made over the years. You
Yeah.
know, if you're in Tampa, definitely check them out. Always willing to support an arcade. And like to have my final shout out to the Grandmasters.
Yeah.
My best friends, they always encourage and support me to grow and go, and I'm willing to put forward the effort to make the things happen that we want to see occur. So that's it for me.
All right. Wake up. It's time to go.
We'll see you next time.
Shoosh.